Is there anybody in here?
When I first heard about Weapons, it was because publications were claiming it was the scariest movie ever made, and after watching that terrifying trailer, I was inclined to agree. So when the film finally released, I was extremely excited. I haven't been properly scared by a horror movie in a while, so I was fully ready to walk out of the theater needing a change of pants. So, is this movie really that scary? The answer is yes, but only when it wants to be, because Weapons is as much a horror film as it is a comedy. Usually, tonal whiplash in a movie like this would negatively affect my enjoyment, but this is one of the few movies I've seen that doesn't see its varying tone as a detriment, but instead as a tool. So, allow me to explain why you should watch Weapons. The story follows an elementary school teacher, played by Julia Gardner, whose class mysteriously disappears the night before. The movie swaps between various different characters who all play into unraveling the mystery of what happened to the kids. I think this movie can be summed up perfectly in one scene. Minor spoilers ahead. There was a dream sequence in this movie which genuinely had me petrified with its masterful use of tension and an actually well done jump scare. And you could feel the energy in the theater. Everyone was on edge. And then, when the jump scare happened and the character woke up and proceeded to scream one of the most realistic what the fucks I've ever heard, the whole theater proceeded to erupt in laughter. With the first few funny moments, I thought, oh no, I'm laughing. Other people are laughing. Is this movie not as good as people were saying? But as the movie went on, it became incredibly clear that these comedic moments were 100% intentional to not only give the audience a breather from the scares, but also make the horror hit so much more when it showed up again. The story was incredibly interesting and had me glued to the screen the whole time. I won't spoil anything here, but the way the movie unveils its mystery is insanely well done. The acting and characters are also really good, with some of the most realistic performances I've seen this year. Like, these characters feel like real people, which is hard to pull off, especially in horror. If there's one issue I have with the movie, it's that sections of it are way too dark. Not in tone, but visually. At times, it has the issue a lot of horror films have of attempting to hide things in the dark, but accidentally making it hard for the audience to even tell what's happening. Luckily, I could keep up with it on a big screen in a dark theater, but if you're going to watch or rewatch the movie at home on a TV, I could see how it could be hard to follow. Overall, though, it's not a big deal, just a little annoying. In summary, Weapons was a movie that really surprised me, which I can't say for a lot of films. It does what I love most about film in general and gives a peek into the mind of a creative director. I haven't seen Zach Krieger's other works, but I know a lot of people really like Barbarian, and I also know he's currently making a Resident Evil movie. While I have no idea how that's going to turn out, I do have a little bit of hope after seeing this. Basically, what I'm saying is, you should watch Weapons. That's all I got for now. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and hit that bell icon to be notified for whenever I make a new video. The next review should be Hollow Knight Silk Song. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. So if you're interested in that, or interested in supporting the channel more, then turn notifications and check out my other videos. Okay. That's it. Bye.